Although the federal government, through the National Young Farmer Scheme, is empowering 500 youths from 4 communities in the state in farming, giving them a comprehensive agricultural training, already 100 hectares of land has been earmarked for the farming.
Going to be mechanized. We'll put farmhouses here. Like, if you know what NAUDA stands for, NAUDA stands for development, and development goes with roads, water, and other infrastructures. So I can assure you that by this time next year, the produce, millionaires would have emerged from these 4 communities.
The federal government, in collaboration with the state government, donated biosecurity material for the well-being of livestock farmers. This was through the distribution of disinfectants to farmers. The Akwa Ibom state joined other states to benefit from 31,000 out of 774,000 jobs through extended public work program of the federal government.
The spirit of job creation and dignity of labor behind this federal government program is already at work in Akwa Ibom State.
Similarly, communal clashes and natural disaster in the state at different times have received the interventions of the federal government through the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, in collaboration with the State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA.
Director General, on behalf of the federal government, is available to do more.
The people and government of the states believe that a lot more can be done to further boost the attainment of sustainable development of the people. In Uyo, Charity James, NTA News.
And from Lafia, Abari Solomon reports that work on the 222-kilometer Kefi Akwanga Lafia Makodi Road, awarded in 2019, and other federal roads reached appreciable level, and this is attracting appreciation from the people.
Traversing some of the difficult terrains in the corridor, a visit to some portions of the road indicate that construction of culverts and bridges are completed, while asphalt laying has commenced in earnest in some portions. Similarly, the 82-kilometer road linking the Oweto local bridge across River Benue from the Benue State end has been completed, while work on the 74-kilometer road linking the bridge from the Nasarawa State axis is progressing, having been re-awarded to another contractor. This, apart from reducing travel time by half, road users noted is already boosting economic activities as well as enhancing social interaction among the people.
The present government felt that this road has affected maybe so many lives in the past, which even led to some part of this road nicknamed as Many Has Gone. So it has gone a long way to reduce this rate of accident.
We want to thank them seriously. They have been trying quite okay, because during the season we are experiencing a lot of problems here.
Another road in Nasarawa State which is receiving the attention of the federal government is the Sisimbaki Farinrua Road, linking the huge tourist site of Farinrua Waterfalls. The Awetunga Road is also receiving massive attention in Nasarawa State, just as work is progressing on the Lafia Doma Road, which links Brukubi community, the rice industrial hub of Olam. The integration of this road with the massive and ambitious rail projects across the region, stakeholders believe will no doubt open a vista for economic prosperity.
We're dwelling upon interventions of President Buhari's administration in various sectors of our national life, and Chairman Buhari Media Organization Niya Akishiju is still here with me in the studio. Very quickly, land on your submission on the intervention on COVID-19. Before you tell us about, the platforms through which many Nigerians, need to key in and begin to have some sort of emancipation.
Well, I think as an ongoing concern, as it were, I have heard many Nigerians, I've had testimonies of many Nigerians keying in, especially at the level of the Survivor Fund. The character, the nature of the challenges arising from the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy was because of the limited movement of people. It also limited economic transactions. And what's economic transaction? Buying and selling. And the purpose of buying and selling, either at the level of services or goods, the purpose of it is to translate into earnings. So where you cannot have that transaction, it impacts the earnings of companies. And of course, the natural tendency of a company that exists to sell, to make money, and of course to pay salaries of staff from the money or the income earned was limited. So the tendency would be to start laying off staff. So one of the products in the suite of the sustainability plan was the payroll support program. Brilliant program. So rather than allow companies that are not now able to pay salaries to sack, retrench, or fall off, as it were, their staff, the federal government took it as on itself to pay, at least any company with a minimum 3 staff, a maximum 9 staff, are paid, over a 3-month period. So to a large extent, that created a buffer for those companies, and of course, retained workers, because those workers would have actually gone into the unemployment market with repercussion effect on the economy. Now, assessing this service was on the internet. You just go to the portal and you make you apply without anybody. I know that so many people had come out to say, without knowing anybody in government, we were able to get this. And there was also the artisanal grant of 50,000 naira. I think that was given to about 333,000 Nigerians, qualified Nigerians. If you are an artisan, you are into shoemaking, tailoring, and all that, you also apply online. The aggregation of all this is to inject money through these people into the economy. Now, it is not just about funding these people. It has a larger cyclical effect. When these qualified people collect this money, they are going to spend into the economy. When they spend into the economy, it increases productive and production activities in the economy. Companies that are struggling will now have impact on their inventories. When they have impact on their inventories, they sell more, and of course they start expanding. So that's at the level of you have the payroll, you have the artisanal, you also have the transporter support fund grants, because during the COVID-19 pandemic closed down, when we shut down our economy, transportation, there was limited transportation between states and even local governments, and it impacted the earnings of those who are into transport. So the government also made arrangement to pay, I think, 30,000 naira to people within that industry, because it's an industry. 5 billion naira had been made available to the aviation sector, because again, as a result of people not being able to move around, it impacted our airlines, the local domestic airlines, and that intervention was also made. That would also preserve workers and of course create some sort of liquidity for companies. And then you now have what I call the institutional aspect of it. There is an arrangement focused principally on the youthful population, those under 35, the social housing program. 300,000 houses are to be built. The contractors, starting from the architect, the artisans, and everything that must be used in that structure must be sourced in country. Doors, windows, anything, nothing will be imported to build those units. And all the personnel, architects, builders, whatever, must be under 35. It's a rule. Must be under 35 years. So that it is to engage those professionals, the building professionals, in a way that they can also start doing their own business, given the prompting, with the backing and prompting of government. Now, when they bid and secure this contract, it is the federal government, through the CBN, that would also provide funding. Because, of course, you don't expect a graduate, for instance, who had been on the street for about 2 or 3 years, an architect, to secure that kind of contract, to raise money. But if you win such bid, you also get funding from the CBN through its own lending facilities with other banks. You also have the solar homes, because, yes, we still having challenges, especially in the urban centers with electricity supply. But the truth is that there are so many people in the urban centers that are even off grid.
Exactly.
That are not connected to the grid.
Thank you so much. You've been so resourceful tonight on the program. Thanks indeed, Niyi Akishiju. Thank you for coming.
It's a pleasure. Thanks so much.
We've been talking with the chairman, Buhari Media Organization, Niyi Akishiju, on intervention of Buhari administration in various sectors. Of course, you're still watching Weekend File. Let's go on our last break.
Although social media as a channel of communication is inherently harmless, it becomes harmful and damaging when used without discretion and thoughtfulness. Bad social media users spread rumors and fake news without verification. But good social media users stop, reflect, and verify information before sharing it. Be a good social media user. Stop the spread of fake news. Verify the authenticity of your source and use social media responsibly for a better Nigeria. This message is brought to you by the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA, in collaboration with the National Orientation Agency.
Let's now serve you the reports on the meeting by governors from the Southwest states and traditional rulers.
Security meeting which had in attendance 5 of the governors of the 6 states in the southwest zone of the country was to prefer a solution to the lingering security challenges in the zone. At the meeting were also first-class traditional rulers from the region and security chiefs. The Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, the Inspector General of Police, Mohammed Adamu, and the Director General of the Department of State Service, Yusuf Magadi Bichi, who were expected to be part of the meeting, were unable to attend as a result of bad weather which affected flights out of Abuja. Briefing newsmen about the resolution of the meeting, which was held behind closed door, Chairman Southwest Governor Forum and Ondo State Governor Rotimi Akeredolu said the meeting, apart from appraising the security situation of the zone, also supported the decision of the National Economic Council, NEC, on forest management.
We believe that all the states should be in position to manage their forests. And that will give enough room for you to determine who and who are there, what purpose are they serving, and where you have people who are there illegally, the state should be able to take some steps so that we can preserve our forests.
Insecurity, according to him, had become a major issue in the polity. In Ibadan, Ayomiku Ajibola, NTA News.
Super Falcons beat Uzbekistan by a lone goal in their second match in Turkish Women's Cup. Here is Olumide Eguntala with Sports Update.
Super Falcons of Nigeria recorded a second win at the Turkish Women's Cup with a lone goal victory at the expense of their counterpart from Uzbekistan on Saturday. This is the second win for the team under the new coach, Randy Waldrum.
Proud of my girls, despite the long time not playing together, and we were able to secure 2 victories.
Still on football, Akwa United also beat Plateau United via lone goal in one of the Week 11 matches of the Nigeria Professional Football League.
And on the sad note, players and officials of Adamawa United Football Club were robbed at gunpoint around Benin Ore Expressway on Friday night on their way for their Week 11 fixtures against MFM in Lagos. And as at press time, the team driver was also abducted in the process.
Meanwhile, result of Week 2 encounters in the Nigeria National League indicates that Shooting Stars of Ibadan recorded a long away victory at the expense of Bila Football Club of Enugu. Van Dresa also defeated Nila UFC via the same margin. Same for Gateway Football Club that recorded a 1-0 victory against Crown Football Club of Ogbomoso. In the English Premier League, Burnley played goalless with West Bromwich Albion, while the affair between Southampton and Chelsea ended 1-goal apiece. In another development,
basketball enthusiasts have continued to shower encomiums on the Nigerian male national basketball team, the Tigers, after the team qualified for the 2021 Afro-Basket Championship unbeaten.
It shows how much of a superpower we are, and it puts us in that position of one of the favorites to actually go on to win the tournament.
In tennis, Japanese Naomi Osaka clinched her 4th Grand Slam title with a 6-4, 6-3 straight set victory over Jennifer Brady from America in the 2021 Australian Open Women's Singles Final on Saturday. With sports updates, Olumide Guntola, NTA News.
We'd like to thank you for keeping us company on Weekend File tonight on the NTA. Let's do it again next Saturday. I am Kenan Ima Aborike. Do have a splendid weekend.